So, the first thing we need to do before installing Windows ME is actually prepare the computer. So to do this I'm going to be using a Windows 98 boot floppy and the Windows ME CD. I'm just going to go start computer with CD-ROM support. We'll just wait for that to load. There we go, that's loaded. So I'm just going to make sure we can see the CD. Yep, and if we go to C, you'll notice that in here I have a Windows install. I'm going to go back to D and I'm going to go CD Win9X as that's where the install files are, and I'm going to go to F-disk. I'm going to keep it on Y for large disk support, and then go delete partition or logical DOS drive. So we're going to click on, well, press 3, enter. Here we are, 1, and it's just MS-DOS. We are sure. It's deleted that. Escape to continue. So we're going to create a DOS partition. Yeah, we want to do that. Yes, we want maximum available size. Now we want to reboot the VM, as I'm actually using a VM for this. So you may have noticed a little jump cut there from Windows 98 to Windows ME. I was just having some issues with the floppy, so we're going to do it, or at least we're going to attempt to do it with the Windows ME floppy instead. CD Win9X again, and we'll just try format. Let's see. Yeah, that's fixed the issue. We'll just call it WinMe and spell. Then what we want to do is actually go to the C drive and create a new directory. It's going to be we're just going to go for Windows, CD into Windows, MD options, CD into options, and then MD cabs. Just means that if we have any issues detecting the driver for the CD drive, we'll be able to access the Windows ME setup files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to D, and we're going to go, in fact we're already in Win9X, and we're just going to go copy, and then we're going to go C, Windows, options, cabs, presenter, and that's going to copy all the required files to set up Windows there. So then what we can do is actually go to the C Windows options and then cabs folder, and then we can just run setup from here. It's going to do its usual scan disk thing, and let me just adjust the screen 1 second. So now, as you can see, we're now in the Windows ME setup wizard. Let's just click on next, click on I accept, and I'm just going to get the product key. Right, so now that I've put that key in, I just need to choose the directory because it's detected that there's already a Windows directory. We can just put it in that Windows directory. There isn't a Windows install there. So just choose other directory and see Windows, click next. It's going to check for install components, check for disk space. I'm going to go for custom because I want everything. Let's put a name in. If I didn't have caps lock on, wouldn't it? So let's just add everything. We don't need multi-language support actually. We don't need web TV for Windows because we can't really use that anymore. So let's just click on next. We'll leave that as it is. Next. I'm in the UK. Let's just see if it's down as, yeah, it's British on here for whatever reason, not UK. Next, we don't want specific time, we want GMT. Next, we don't need to create a startup disk, so let me just remove the floppy from the VM, click OK on that, click finish, and it's going to start copying files, so I'm going to leave it to do that. Seems Windows wants to stall here, so I'm going to cut the video and then we'll come back when it starts doing stuff again. Okay, so it started doing stuff again, so we'll wait for it to finish. It would appear to be taking a lot longer than I was expecting, so I'm just going to pause the video here and we'll come back when we get a bit further. We seem to have some progress now, so I'm just going to install the drivers and then I'll be back. So yeah, it's got the same startup sound as Windows 2000, so we're now at the desktop and I've got all the drivers installed. For this part of the video I'm going to keep it in 800 by 600 because that's a resolution that would have been the norm when Windows ME came out. So let's first take a look at, should we take a look at the personalization settings? So you've got various different backgrounds here, so I mean, here we go, we've got Windows Millennium, which is just an image. But then we've also got Windows ME, which is an active desktop. So you can see when I hover over that, that's it's a link. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, we've got various different images here. Don't know whether any of these were included with others. We've still got this, which I believe has been in Windows since Windows 3.1. Yeah, so it's got quite a few here. Boiling point, I think I've seen that in Windows 2000 before. Some of these will be in Windows 2000 as well. Screensavers, what we got here? Just the usual. So we got 3D flying objects, which is actually a Windows logo. The channel screensaver, which I believe is the same as the one from Windows 98. We've got all the desktop themes here as well. We've got Windows, which is that. Got the old flying windows as well. Appearance. So we've got a couple of themes here. We've got obviously all of these. So for example, rainy day or slate. I've never really noticed much of a difference between those two. But then you've got Windows Standard, which is the Windows 2000 style one. And then I believe, do we have Windows Classic in here or? I don't think we do actually. I can't see it. Listen, be. We don't actually have Windows Classic. We've just got the Windows Standard from Windows 2000. We don't have the 98 style one. Obviously, you've got active desktop, so you can put your current home page on there. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so let's take a look at some of the programs that are included. So let's go to Start menu, and let's go into here. Obviously, on-screen keyboard that was introduced with Windows 2000. It's exactly the same, I believe, as the Windows 2001. I believe in entertainment we have the Windows Millennium Edition preview. So let's take a look at this. And it's crashed already. That's one of the issues with Windows ME. I mean, I think we can find that preview in here somewhere. Let's see if we can. Okay, so it's C Windows application data Let's give it another try. There we are, that's done it. Yeah, what's this HTML help? Oh, it just loads up the Windows help. But yeah, also included for the first time was Movie Maker with this tool. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to actually make anything in here. I don't have any footage, but yeah. Now, Windows Media Player, I know that's going to bring up some content that I don't really want it to play when I open it, so I will mute the sound when we open it up, but just before I get a chance to pause it. There we are, so this is Windows Media Player 7. You could get this for 98, 2000, 95, and it was the last version for 95 actually, I believe. But you can see it's much more graphical than the older versions, because you can get the older versions on here. I've got to think of the executable name. Is it mplayer? Yeah, so you've got mplayer, and then you've got, which is the Windows 95 style one, and then you've got mplayer 2, which is the one that came with Windows 2098 second edition. So yeah, and I mean XP actually included those as well. But yeah, so you can still play Windows Media Audio on here. You get all the skins. That's the actual classic one that we just saw from 6.4, but it's on 7. Headspace, Heart, Mini Player, Windows ME. But yeah, I mean, if we wanted to play an audio file, you've got stuff like, here we are, let's just play a random sound, but you've got these MIDIs rather than stuff like Canyon and Passport, which were in 95, 98 and 2000. And you've got Town. And they're still in Windows today, so they've been in Windows for about 20 years. Yeah. But yeah, Windows ME. What else have we got? IE. Connect through my LAN. Next. No. Let's just see if it actually loads anything. Let's try my website, it'll probably crash it. I believe this is 5.5. Oh, it loads it, and to be honest, the layout is actually okay on here. It's better than I thought it was going to be, because CSS, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, it doesn't like the HTTPS, but you can see it does load stuff. So if I were to load, I mean, I could go onto another website of mine, remove the S from HTTPS, and then it'll work. And I mean, even this one, it's attempted to load the CSS. Let's just try another one of mine. Try the new studio. So I mean, this loads, even loads the fonts, but as you can see, the page doesn't work properly. That's come up. But yeah, this is IE, I believe, yeah, 5.5. And other than this logo, it looks exactly the same as the one in XP 6.0. So yeah. So if we close out of that, we also have Outlook Express. Not that I'm going to be able to show you much here. I doubt it's going to work with a Office 365 account, but we can give it a try. No, it wants me to put details in. But yeah, we've got Outlook Express 5.5. Yeah. See what else we got in here, if there's much. You've got the internet games, which were turned off, I believe, last year. Most of these you can't really use MSN Messenger anymore, obviously. Next. Can't use that anymore. Servers down. I mean, the default stuff you got, you really can't do much with. Obviously, you get all the games still, so you got Classic Solitaire and you've got Spider Solitaire. I can't play Solitaire. So I don't know how you play this, but you know. Yeah, but you got Solitaire, and I believe you've got a couple of other things in there as well. Yeah, Minesweeper, of course. See how much, what the specs will get. 256. It's funny seeing this AMD Ryzen 5 2600 6-core on a Windows ME system, but yeah, it's a VM, so you will see stuff like that. Windows Update, that doesn't work. It just goes into a constant redirect loop, as you can see. Yeah, let's take a look at Control Panel. So they went to the category view in Windows ME, which, well, it's not really category view. It's similar to category view. It's like a precursor to what XP had. XP had the task-based category view. This doesn't. That just brings up the accessibility options. It just basically makes everything like common options more easily accessible. Display, obviously we've looked at that. You can still access it the old way. So, and obviously you can access view all, control all items. You can even have multiple users on here. I believe I've got to remember where it is. I believe it's under network, primary network logon. You got Windows logon and client for Microsoft Networks. I'm just trying to think now. There is a way to get a rudimentary logon box where you don't type your username, you just enter you select your user and you enter your password, but I believe it's called Microsoft Family Login. I believe it's available in 98, but I'm not going to be able to get. Don't think I'll be able to get that one on here. No, because you can see we've just got user 2 there. Windows ME also included, I believe it's under System Tools, System Restore. It's the first version of Windows that included it. Okay, and it doesn't want to run. It doesn't. So clearly, there's some HTML in that program, and it doesn't want to. Yeah, it doesn't want to run it. I mean, see what happens when we try and open that in Internet Explorer. I'll probably crash it, but it won't recognise it. But yeah, so System Restore doesn't want to work. What about Help? So you've got the Microsoft Help and Support. I mean, if you click these, it's just a new user interface for it, really. A web-based, web-style interface, so it's a bit easier, I guess. Index, internet addresses. Someone must have someone's obviously gone and written all these out in HTML help, I believe. Yeah, so I believe this is HTML help. It's just a different interface. Yeah, I mean, there isn't really that much else to look at in Windows ME stock. In the next video, we're going to take a look at Windows ME using some newer software, using some tools that you can use to actually get newer software to run on Windows 98 and ME. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.